Here I
Be able
come.
to nullify that is super powerful.
Ooh, the font of kill is different as well.
Yeah, especially
With-
because it also
Ooh.
works on God.
Nice.
I mean, is it?
And there we
Nice.
go, another
Oh.
propane setup.
You're right, we'll have to get that out of the way before we're playing the actual game. It's like, wow,
I
this
waited
is
1
so
second there
different.
for 147.
He's an electrical.
420 is
Oh
Basically,
no,
gonna
are you
do-
dead in
I
electrical?
violated here. Normally, if you're close to 47 seconds in any way, you have to wait for the 47 seconds. But apparently, I violated the rule.
So here's an interesting thing. On Skeld,
Now onto the
the
bank, also a really,
trash
really great map.
I always thought was a long task.
Sure.
But I have 2 long tasks. I put 2 long tasks on and 2 short, and I had both trashes and another task that was considered a long
breaking
task.
into the vault
Hmm.
and
So maybe with the
stealing
addition of this vent
or
cleaning
additionally,
task,
what
they
I've
have
picking up the back
changed
tables
up what is a
from
long
the-
and short
from
task.
from our target and the 2, I think, the head of finance and head of personnel or something like that. It's Fabian Mann and Matteo Perez.
Indeed.
And exactly, we gotta pick up all 3 data disks. So we got the first one.
I guess it never
Also
really
saw
made sense to me
Yanni
that gas
there,
would be
making
considered
use of, like, quote unquote
a long
broken
task.
switch point there, where you could
Oh,
just
or
run
trash,
through
trash,
by
trash.
sticking
Oh,
to
yeah.
it.
Gas is
Doesn't,
absolutely a long task.
Yeah,
doesn't
gas
pay
is definitely
attention
long.
to him.
I'm distracted by trying to kill people.
Trespassing
Yeah.
zone was cut a bit short, so you're able to
Dane
run
and I
right
saw
through
that.
it.
And that's just have to stick to the right, and it's very easily run.
You saw nothing.
So this is our second guy with the data list. Fabian Man. There we go. Now it's just a target left, which is sitting in this huge.
Oh, also, I think they fixed the thing in storage where
And-
if you
I
are near the
forgot.
center thing, you can see people's
My notes are really
names
messing with me.
popping
I
above
forgot-
it. I
I
think they
forgot
fixed
this
that.
one.
Really? Ooh.
Yeah, come by
should we
storage.
improvise? Let's improvise.
Yeah, it should
Uh,
the camera. Maybe do the
I will
camera.
for a test.
I'll improvise. Okay. We can do this.
It also looks like, yeah, so whenever the names... Hey, Anna!
I mean, sometimes
Howdy.
improv's a bit
There's
more
a small
interesting.
update for Among Us.
Yep.
Oh,
Oh,
I'll
no.
take care of that now.
How do we do this?
Are y'all playing hide and seek?
Yep.
Yeah.
We were just doing a couple of rounds
that
of it while we
Sweet.
waited for more people to show up.
Sweet.
I guess Nicole is still in New Hampshire.
We're just over 10K.
Darn.
That means we've got a little,
Yeah,
little
her
under
friend
10K
needs a
left to go.
emotional support
I
Nicole.
know we can do
So
it,
she's
chat.
been Yeah. hanging
Let's
out there.
get this done.
Let's go.
Relatable.
Left behind.
Now and again, I
And
also
don't
fall
have
back
that.
on my emotional
Yeah,
support
so,
Nicole.
Again, my nerves are probably playing with me or something.
Mine has
You're doing
spots.
great, man. No worries.
Do this again. And it's pretty much, we're gonna do this. Okay.
Alexa,
That's interesting. We're gonna do
turn the
same
air
thing
conditioner
again.
off.
What happened is, like, you can bring a weapon and two items, as you saw.
Just
You
been
can also smuggle an item.
power
and
outage
and I forgot that in my loadout.
after
because
power outage
for
this
some
week.
reason, the,
Yep.
I heard, up in Manchester area, it's very stormy.
As you can see,
Yeah.
like, the weapon is safe.
That's
the
crazy.
items are safe,
It's just
the
been like
smuggle points
for the
are not
past
safe.
couple days,
So
just
you're
like
always, and the stun locations are not
15 minutes of really
you always
intense
have to turn
storm, and then
close
it's sunny again.
before you start the level,
Crazy.
which is kind of irritating. And
Yeah, that happened
normally I
in
don't forget
Cheshire
it. Now
yesterday.
I'm sorry about it,
But
it's
so
totally fine.
So far, it hasn't been stormy today, but I hear it's going to be stormy
Also, I
tomorrow.
think this is the first time where we're seeing the yellow camera
Yeah.
right next to the minimap. Which
Oh, yeah?
means Yanini got recorded by the camera, but he can still go back to green if he gets rid of the evidence, which he will do later on.
Do you want us to wait for you, Anna, or I'll
yeah,
start
I'm
another?
Addition
Or are
still
you
the
still?
Silent Assassin
logging
tracker
in
is,
and everything.
Okay.
the best additions in Hitman 2.
You can play another game.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
I'm making myself a drink, updating my Switch.
Very good to
Okay.
know.
What kind of
if you're
drink?
good to go or not. Definitely.
I'm feeling extra lazy, so I'm just pouring some vodka into LaCroix
Stuff again.
and calling it a cocktail. It's
I'm-
like a,
Take a while.
what do you call it?
You can
Like
pass
a-
cameras. The cameras all
something in
also record me
soda.
trespassing. It's not a problem. As long as the
Gin and tonic?
doesn't
No, wait,
flop
that's
all the
not
way.
that, right?
It's kind of
Now,
similar.
briefcase
You
here.
probably should have used gin now that I think about it, but the vodka's already in the glass.
I mean,
I hear vodka
basically
does
just
go
a
bad
White
once you
Claw.
take it out of the bottle.
Yeah, I just homemade White Claw. Sure, let's call it that.
Okay,
There we
I
go.
need to
I
warn you
think
guys. I am
you
the
said
killer.
homemade, but what I heard
Oh.
was better.
Thank you, Lenton.
You're welcome.
There she goes. That's the last disc.
And I'm on the
Sure.
hunt.
Although I do
Having a
love a
phone
good
there makes
White
such a
Claw or
difference
Truly or something.
to clear out the room.
And in there was
I'm basically
also a
taking-
shot,
I
which means
I submitted the first draft of my dissertation on Monday, and I basically was like, all right, I'm basically taking the rest of this week off, except for the occasional trip to lab because of my frickin' permeability experiments. Take 24 hours to run a test, so I go to lab, switch out the test cell, and go home. Other than that, I've been
Yeah,
relaxing
and
this
one of
week.
the
Sorry,
Damn,
Chris.
I've deserved it.
when she saw all of her guards dropping, none of her guards
Nice.
saw anything
Yep.
illegal or that
What did you
violate
apologize to
SA.
Chris for?
And
Oh,
just
I
murdered
killed
him.
him.
When she sees all of
I
her
was
guards
about to
dropping,
ask
she goes into target
who
lockdown,
the
which will cause her to scream.
Oh,
when the doors are
I'm
closed,
sorry,
no one
I-
outside of the room will hear.
Were you
so
good?
he's able to just shoot
Snap,
where she stands.
I mentioned
and have
it,
nobody,
but I guess I
alert him
wasn't.
coming in or anything like
Nah, I
that.
wasn't paying attention. It's my fault. My own
Yep.
fault.
And now we're on to Haven Island.
Coach's favorite map.
With a lot of problems.
Ugh.
Yes.
That's why.
Okay,
you have to
Dana, I am
turn
the
to-
imposter.
It's a beautiful map. Unfortunately, it's terribly
Ooh, what are you watching?
NPCs have
Games Done
huge
Quick.
cones, and
Oh,
a
what
lot
game
of
are they
walls
doing?
on this
Quick.
map aren't actually
Right
walls
now,
because
it's
you can just
Hitman
see
3.
through them.
Which I haven't played
yeah.
and have no interest in playing, so
It's
sometimes it's nice to see
terribly
like, oh,
Yeah.
so now I understand all the gameplay. Okay.
Now I know that
Very,
specific
very
maneuver shaves
time-consuming
5
map,
seconds off.
especially if you're in
Oh, I have
a race with other people.
I have the vent
you
cleaning
have a-
task.
By the way,
What is it? Any vent or is there a particular
It's
vent?
the one in the medbay.
But like, I took my gun
Okay,
out,
I'm gonna head there.
and his
Um,
bodyguard saw it.
let's do some tests
the
with
bodyguard of the
that.
target's
Let's see.
Stephen
Can I
Bradley.
vent to it? I am
And
currently
he went
in
into
that
panic
vent.
mode.
Now, as a
And
ghost,
that's why
do you
he,
think
like,
that'll kick
normally
kick me
probably
out?
rat me out for
Are you
stabbing
cleaning it now?
or, like,
I'm cleaning it now.
going to combat.
Okay, I'm
because I
still in the
stabbed,
vent.
Okay.
stabbed my target with a syringe, but he didn't care because he was in a like the VIP lockdown, like VIP guard
Okay.
exclusive panic mode.
Yeah, I
So
assume
Yeah.
that was used here.
you have
So
to be
ghosts don't
alive
force
for it
you
to
out.
Weird sort of soft
Yeah,
lockdown where
that
the
kinda
guard
makes
becomes
sense.
blind for a couple of seconds, so Yanini's able to
All right. Well, that was my
inject
last
the
task.
target with
so.
poison without that being seen as the illegal action, which it is. Illegal action to poke people, but when he's blind like that, he gets away with it.
So, oh, hello, can you die, please? Okay, there we go. Okay, sometimes the win it's a window now because you so you can shoot through it, but sometimes
Also, Lenton, you almost caught me doing upload.
anyway,
Oh, snap.
they're all down. It's best to
You
not
paused
the
for
villa
a brief
because
moment
the villa
and
is
didn't see me.
It's the
Oh,
worst
man.
part of the wall hacks. So I'm just gonna do it like that. And that was season 2. On to
That
season 3. Ew.
Oh, very clean run there though. No restarts, 2 minutes. Very well done there.
Ah, ooh.
Oh, no, I can see your name.
Cool. So
Hmm.
But yeah, 6 to
interesting.
go on to Dubai.
Oh, you still could?
Yeah.
Yep, this is the Hitman.
Maybe,
3
go back
missions.
down there and check.
So if you were
I
to buy
will at
Hitman
some
3, these
point.
are missions you would be seeing.
I can barely see that.
actually, the other ones are from the previous game, so you need to, of course, either have those games or.
Oh, you're so close, Landon. You're
Kinda
so
pass.
close.
No, 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 no.
I totally lost his shadow.
Whatever.
Yeah, I went in the complete
Yeah, that's the
opposite
first
direction.
event
You're
you
so
have.
close.
Snap.
And,
Keep running.
just shoot our target in the
You're
face.
so close.
Just check one of his guards. There
And you
are
made it to the medbay scanner.
3
Congratulations.
guards in this room. We're gonna, 2 of them we're gonna coma. This guy we're gonna knock out, and then
All
we
the
can.
way to
I
medbay
don't want to
scan.
take a photo of him. I wanna shoot him
Wait
in
a
the head.
moment.
Thank you. And then we can exit this elevator.
I mean, style points are important as well, right?
Ah.
Take a picture in between.
I realized
I'm
Robert. I
true.
caught Robert in the
But
middle
yeah,
of
shows
doing
how
gas
fast
you are, that
tasks,
you got
so
time
we
for
have
that.
to come by eventually.
So on that last one, there is a part.
I
of
just
that
finished
first
gas,
guy that he
so-
shot. There
Did
is
you
a
just
part of
finish?
one of
Oh,
the Vanguard
man.
cycles where he
Yeah,
will
I
spawn
see how it is,
slightly too
Dana.
slow.
Just
but he
run
took
by
advantage
my
of the
crippled
guard
dead body
turning
and
away
just
before he
don't
took the
do
shot,
anything.
and then he took an extra distraction shot
What?
to
Stop
hold
that.
that bodyguard in place so that he wouldn't turn around before Yanini exited, so that he could get
You
get
know,
away with leaving. a
considered
body in the
Robert
open.
lying and saying he finished gas, but what if he wasn't and he has to do it still?
Is right there.
That's not true.
Yeah, now on to Dartmoor, which is another map with a side objective and only 1 target, just like the bank. Also 2 ways.
Do you
to
always have to do them in the same order,
grab the
or?
case file all the way
Yes,
up in the
yes.
office.
Darn
So
it.
you do the top one and then the bottom one.
To the,
Well.
to the bank. And
Then I know where Landon's gonna be.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
I'm
Anyway,
with that.
2 ways to complete that side objective, just like in the bank, which is pretty cool.
Now, oh,
There we go.
here we go. All good.
Need a London branch of the Milton Fitzpatrick DLC.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
There we go. That was the first token. She carries one of them, and the butler carries the other one.
Anybody have
We're
tasks left?
gonna- There he is.
This is the part where I
Oh,
haven't had
I do.
any luck in finding. Ooh,
Going that one for
I
him.
still have to do gas.
Yeah, and before that, we saw Yanini.
You said
take
you were
out
done with
the
gas.
target, Alexis,
I lied.
before
Ah.
even entering
Or
the
was that a
entrance
lie?
by a well-timed,
Oh, no.
chandelier shot.
there's only one way to find out.
Excellent.
Gonna
Cap
go to
gas.
navigation.
And again, a very
That
good
is
work.
where I am.
Yeah, and at the exit there's normally a
Good.
security guard guarding the exit that he would have taken, but earlier in the run he placed an explosive duck on the
Wow,
ground.
guys, my game crashed.
Oh no.
You better
That's
not
all
pop
right.
out of that hallway,
We'll
Van.
back up, we'll go to Berlin.
That bet.
And time for
Ah,
some
nice.
donations, I guess.
I just never
Hey,
walk by
yes,
that. I never trust it.
Absolutely. Happy to
Even though
step
it's
in.
really inaccessible for the imposter to get to.
Articade donates
Yeah, I feel like out of all the
$50
events, that's
longtime
one
donator,
that's probably
first
used the
time
least.
Being read on stream. I'm so
But
excited
it's the most scary.
to see how you combine speed
Mm.
running with no one left
Oh
behind.
man.
So I had to donate.
I had
towards
garbage
that
and
goal.
gas.
I hope you do the same. Hello to all the lovely people in the cutest chat. Indeed. Very cute chat. Mort Destro donates $50 saying, I honestly
Ann, are you
don't know
down?
if I could pick between the Hitman and Mass Effect.
Oh, yeah,
as my
I'm ready.
favorite Game series
Ooh,
of
ooh.
all time.
Is the lobby
Okay.
ready?
They're both
Yep, lobby is
so
ready.
great in
The
their
code
own
is
way.
above.
Loving the run, Yanini, and
Put it in
let's
again.
get more Mass Effect.
I already had to
2.
type in.
Good.
Gorgeous
Oh man,
Planet
we're so slow.
donates
Oh, yeah, it's
$25
hide and
in the
seek.
spirit of supporting
Mhm.
MSF.
Maybe if we get
Please
one
put
more
your money
person, then
towards
we can do an
saving
actual
all of
game.
Shepherd Squad. And checking in with that goal, we are just about to crest under 8,000 left to go. Let's get that met.
Low key vibes.
Awesome. That sounds great. But yeah, luckily we're back.
I forgot to
It
hit the button.
I still have a lot of game crashes. So yeah, sorry about that. It was very unfortunate timing, of course. It doesn't, yeah. But anyway, we're on to Berlin. A very unique
Okay,
map
we got
because-
5 tasks. There's a new vent cleaning task, Anna.
No. Oh,
If you have
Oh,
it,
what?
Confuse me. Holy shit.
we want to
Never
test
seen
it.
it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Okay.
So apparently,
Very unique map.
you can clean the vent,
in the way,
and it'll like,
10
if the
IPA
imposter is hiding in the vent,
Ooh,
it'll kick
I
them
have it.
out.
And we only have to take out
Ooh, you do?
but we can
Yeah,
choose
okay,
between-
I have it in weapons.
So,
Whoever's the
that's
imposter, let's go
the
test it.
most
Yes.
convenient
It's me.
Okay, Dana.
Wait, I need to sabotage farms. I forget how to.
because
Yep.
we're gonna look this guy out.
And then just don't kill us for a moment. Good.
With him. The
So we
first
can
one.
test out the cleaning vents.
Agent
Yeah, I want to see it.
Where is it?
It's in
Weapons.
weapons.
Everyone come to
Also
weapons.
unique, is
Oh, I
unique
don't.
about
So now.
this,
Have it.
Berlin map
I don't
is
have that
the
task.
targets will
I think
actually
it's any vent. So, okay, Dana, you're in it. Now, Robert, if you start
which is
doing that.
very cool. Very cool.
Second.
I popped her out.
Cool. Ooh, can you exit out and...
Intentional.
Well, so when I press use, it just forces her out. It doesn't open the screen for me. But so now I have it
The
open.
delivery guy.
Okay, here, exit out of the screen. I want to see... Now, Dana, don't get in the vent. Now, Robert, open that task up so you can
Yep.
see it. And then Dana, hop in another vent and see if you can vent to that area. Or I guess, like, see if you can hop in the vent while he's
Well,
doing
why
it.
doesn't she hop in the vent and go to the other vent, and then you open it
Yeah.
up and see if she can vent back?
Oh, yeah.
It's an amazing map because it's so unique.
Okay, go to another vent.
Mine's now open.
Okay,
Very
can you
cool.
vent to
Very
it?
good run.
No, there's an arrow with an X through it.
Now.
Whoa.
And now that's gone. So if you
Yeah,
do
now I
close
just
it,
let go of it.
Yeah.
that's
It's
so
a
cool.
somewhat,
Okay.
map, wouldn't you say?
So how does the
This is-
task actually
I would
work?
say,
Let's see.
I might be an enthusiast.
You have
Okay,
to
okay,
pull
so you-
the shit out
You
of the
click
vent.
on the vent. So you click on the vent and then you click on all the things in the vent.
Yep.
So no dragging or anything. Just all
Correct.
clicking.
No dragging? Just click.
Nope.
Okay.
Just clicking.
Okay. I'm gonna run away from Dana
Very
now.
good map.
Ah.
Yeah. Ah, run away.
For sure.
Good test, good
So,
test.
That was
Loud
interesting.
Explosive also has the.
Yeah.
It's not in here. Normally
I'm coming
it's-
now.
I'm not allowed.
Ah.
Thank you for clarifying.
It kind of overrides that, and they will care about the explosion first, and don't care about me. Like they care about me trespassing, but I can just run past them. and they will not try to frisk me or stop me from trespassing.
So I guess the other interesting thing is, as an imposter, you'll know if someone's cleaning the vent when you can't vent them.
Yeah, so the
Thank you for letting me
drones
finish
are
Medscan.
actually, tools of one of the targets.
Totally get it on.
Them, she gets alerted that they've been malfunctioning.
What was that, Lenton? I was busy dying.
And she will
Oh, I was
start
just
her-
thinking aloud to myself of how to make that
manipulating
vent cleaning
her-
task
her
useful.
path and her
Like as an
route so that
imposter,
she
you'll
can
know
act
if
later,
someone's
she'll
cleaning
be
the
in
vent
a
if you can't
convenient
vent
spot
to
for
it,
the killer,
and that
Mm.
might
as
be
opposed to going
important.
all the way down in the laboratory
information.
killer, which would take
So
much
if I were the imposter and somebody was cleaning a vent, I would probably just spam click that
Now
button.
we are our first target.
Well,
Hush.
I don't know. I
Then
guess
you
I
could,
would,
yeah,
I
bend
get-
over
Yeah.
and just jump up and slice them.
yeah,
Makes it- yeah.
because I know somebody's going to be there, but it's not a guarantee that they're alone. But
Hmm.
yeah, maybe
yeah,
that's
but you
not a
don't,
good
you don't have
strategy.
to vent out once
After
you're
this one,
done.
only 2 maps to go.
Unless the other
Reaching the
person
end of the
also has a
trilogy.
cleaning task.
And I think this is the first time where you're using. A
So you can like
proxy
go over there and
exposure.
be like, oh shit, there's like 6 people
Yeah,
here.
I
Fuck
think
this
so,
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
The other thing I find interesting is,
And
as a
now,
crewmate, you know, it's like, oh, I saw this person coming from a vent, right? Like, they must be the imposter.
walking the
And
way,
now
proximity explosive,
you would at least have the excuse, like, oh, I was doing the vent cleaning task.
She had a body
Yeah, I
Chris,
think
watch out,
that's
in
why they-
upper engine.
quite far away. When you shoot 5
I think that's why they
drones,
added it.
the guard walks
Hmm,
quite
I think,
far
no, I
behind.
think that's a great idea.
Yeah, that makes
not gonna
sense.
get seen. If you only shoot 1 drone, or even 4 drones, doesn't matter, 1 to 4 drones, then the bodyguard will very closely walk behind and it won't work. So you have to shoot all 5 drones for that to work.
Yeah, now we're on to the last sandbox map. And the second last
Cute.
mission of the trilogy run.
Yeah. And
Dana,
this
I
strat
had the
is
gas
really
task
cool.
and I was able to exit out of it.
I'm always happy to play it.
We need to switch them.
Beautiful vineyard here. And
I should be done with tasks.
Makes our target to Mary Vidal stop
I
Stop
still
on
have a
tracks.
couple.
in the time we're gonna use by preparing some stuff. Leaving
Good
a
dodge, good
statement
dodge.
here, And
Landon,
leaving that brief
Hey,
No.
here.
sorry, you
And then-
spooked me a little.
Mechanic.
Landon, go the other way.
Oh, sounds good.
There's coin properties. So basically, when any NPC sees a coin, or in this case a briefcase, they will head towards it and pick it up. And in case of a briefcase, NPCs would also bring it towards a guard. Or if it's a guard, they would bring it towards a weapon box. But in this case, it's the target that sees the briefcase. We'll head towards there. Yanini planted a remote explosive, a micro one there, that no one sees. Blows up the car and kills Vidal there in an accident explosion.
Exactly. And the snipe on the 8s, it's very tight timed. Like it's very tight timing.
We only have 4 tests, right?
So, like, you really
I
need to
bumped it to
slow down and
5
stuff.
now that we have Anna.
And it's like it's going on a 15-degree angle through a window and a door or something. Yeah. So it's quite tight, but it's a really cool.
Yeah,
cool
it's
shot.
a really cool sniper shot. Such a clean run. Also, what was it, a minute? Minute or 5?
Minute 7, yeah.
Yeah, really good.
On to the last map.
Romania.
Romania.
The train.
As you can see, we have a very long train here. It's not a sandbox map, it's a typical Hitman sandbox map. It's like a story final.
I still think I haven't.
It's
think I
also
have
relatively
one
long,
task
this
that I haven't even
because-
found
because
yet.
It's quite linear, and you have to make a way through the individual
Should definitely
train
check in the
parts.
Check where?
But yeah, it's like
In the
normally there. It's quite easy to get through there.
Ooh,
There are a
I
lot of freeless guys and
have
stuff.
unfortunately already
It
checked
can be
there.
quite tricky, so you have to climb around a bit, climb on the
I
train.
did
Sandbox.
electrical. I did the O2 cleaning thingy.
Yeah, it's
Gas.
It's an interesting map, and it's more in the spirit of
I
like
found it.
traditional speed.
Download and
more about like mechanical.
Simon Says. So that's 5.
Most Hitman maps
Okay,
are about.
I think I have the last part
with an idea
one of my
to
other
make it work
tasks, my
in
final
a
task
quick
to do.
manner, whereas this one is really very mechanically focused. Most people are going to be doing the same thing on this map, but just doing it faster than each other.
Exactly. There are often stuff to save time and to get through individual train cars quicker, but it's always like here especially, it's a decision of risk versus reward.
Yeah, it always has a few scary moments, and it being the last map out of 20, you really want to avoid those as much as possible in the trilogy run.
Exactly.
Also because it's just the longest map.
Couldn't
It's
find
Hooray.
actually kind of funny because it's just like
I don't know who died.
level. But you have to get all the way to the
Stuck
back
on
of
the
page
scanner.
to use the sound.
Every time though I like saw your body, I was like, oh yeah, I got one. I'm just gonna
And
be
even
visiting.
if somehow you would find a way to kill him from a distance, it still wouldn't do you any good, but because there's still only one exit there.
So there we go. It's always a bit tight, but it's totally fine. They turn around. and
I am
can
the
sneak through
killer.
here.
It is me.
Overload
That's,
this
that's
thing
one
and
of the
flash it.
scariest moments for me on Romania
Yeah,
when I get there.
it is.
That screwdriver throw.
But now pretty good. We're coming into the office area, where we can't really climb around. We have to go straight through the train. And like there's a suit here which has no enforcers. So
Alright, I'm coming.
it just goes straight through. But of course,
Chris.
it's suit only. So we can't do that.
Yeah, that would count.
He is dead.
His suit only.
I
Is
got
he?
caught one
Dead.
time. I got caught in the
only status
wall.
on the run.
In the wall.
Yeah, I ran into the wall on accident.
So
Oh
this
no!
guy and do the mechanic, like I dropped a grenade there, and he's gonna see the grenade, and it's like, oh, someone left the weapon lying around, and he's gonna take care of it and carry it away, so we can sneak past him. And now those are civilians, so we just panic.
Say, Landon, what type is it?
And they don't enforce us. And now it's true. We don't have anything
It's.
to fail anymore.
I
Time
was
to
hoping I
die.
could.
It's the last target, also Edwards.
I had like one last button push, and I was like, maybe if I can complete that, and then I'll have enough time to hide in the corner.
Very nicely done.
And that did not work.
Well, no, Yemi, he's very proud of you.
Has anyone else
This
noticed
great,
that the
man.
breakers are
Very
mislabeled?
impressive.
Are
yeah,
they?
thank-
If you have
thank
to
guys so much for
transfer
commentating
power
with me.
to
And,
upper engine, it's the
I'm
one
really
that
sorry
says
about
lower
my
engine.
nerves and about the
Yeah,
problems early on, especially.
I've
And
noticed
I
that
hope it was
before.
very enjoyable,
Ooh.
and I could.
I wonder if that's intentional.
interest some of you
Maybe.
in Hitman.
Probably not.
And yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed the run as much as I did.
Like it's Among Us lore that they're all just bad engineers and don't label their shit correctly.
Well, I mean, that explains why the ship is like in constant need of repairs, right?
Really,
Yeah.
really,
Yes,
really well.
yeah.
Like outstanding performance, man. I'm very proud of you. And thanks for having us
Thank
as
you.
your
Why you would need to
Absolutely. Of course.
refuel ship
Of
engines
course.
mid-flight with
And yeah,
gasoline,
thanks for GDQ for having me. It was a huge
That's a
honor.
good point.
And,
as opposed to having the
yeah,
gas
sorry for my nerves,
connected
but
to
that's
the
way it
engine.
is. And yeah, have a great GDQ everyone.
Speaking of engineers, I talked to another trans woman on
Well,
Twitter who's thinking of
Was a
coming to UConn grad school for mechanical engineering.
Absolutely a
So that's exciting.
masterclass in how you
The
get
Mechie
the
department
handle
isn't
on
quite
your
as
nerves and come out
nice as
swinging.
I know. I've
Let's
tried.
go to a quick
I'm gonna
ad break and we'll
try to
be right
tell her
back
that.
as
Did you get
we
just two
ready
in a?
for
Oh
an
no, you just
interview
needed one more.
with Blazin
Mhm.
ahead
Nice.
of the Ghost Runner run.
Those are some fast
Oh.
murders.
Like, I'm really proud of CB, but I'd also know that we are the exception, not the rule in the School of Engineering. But at the same time, I don't think anyone's gonna be like actively an asshole. They're just gonna like tolerate her, and there's a difference there. And it's just a matter of like finding your own like little queer community at UConn, which I've been able to carve out, and I'm gonna try to give her all of those resources, and hopefully between Sage and the Rainbow Center and all of that, she can build a strong community outside of her like lab and her classes. Because I didn't find my support in my lab, I found it in y'all, I found it in people outside of engineering, and that's not, that's my, what I tell people going in is like, there's not a lot of queer culture in the School of Engineering, but you can find it elsewhere, and you can still find nice people.
Yeah.
Reliably. But I was just excited to like have met another person like me through Twitter, and I'm getting coffee with her next weekend, and that's gonna be hella tight.
Cool.
Are the kids
That'll be
still
fun.
using Twitter?
Well,
I mean-
Anna's not a kid anymore.
I'm not a kid. It's kind of not as popular, but for networking scientists like myself, I've built a sufficient platform, and I'm excited about using it, and I meet cool people on there. So it's no TikTok, obviously. It's not the happening place. In fact, that's Twitter's whole problem is people are either leaving the platform or they're definitely not getting any new users constantly. No one's like, oh man, I gotta see what's going on Twitter.
Yeah, I
right
think
now.
it's just older people now.
Yeah. The youth aren't on it.
Everyone
So to answer your
set-
question, no, the kids aren't using it. But I am.
Okay. Because one of my friends
Doing-
told me that I should start using Twitter more, and I'm like, meh.
Why?
Yeah.
It's not advisable.
We all set? We're doing regular Among Us.
Oh,
No,
cool.
no
Don't
emergency
shout
meeting.
out if you're the imposter.
Yes, I'm gonna
Mm.
mute everyone. Just like
Join
I'll make
the
sure
thing.
everyone joins the Among Cord. I think we're missing Anna, Dana, and Chris.
If
Ready
my
to
name was
rumble.
Daniel, we could have been
All
broke.
right, let's not
Like in the
waste
first
a moment of our time.
Princess
Let's get
Diaries,
right
where they
into
were
that
in
interview.
Anna and
Take it away,
Dana or
Keith.
something like that.
Anna and Dana.
What's up, SGDQ 2021 online?
But it's Dana, right? It's not Dana.
Yeah, it is, but I answer to it.
How you doing today?
Doing pretty good. Trying to stay as calm as possible, you know. But
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you're
Chris, once
doing
I'll start the
80%
game, but
New
join
Game
the Among
Plus
Cord
with DLC,
available.
which is kind of a mouthful for
Oh,
me
are
to
we
say
doing
out
that now?
loud. But
Yeah.
Oh
we're
yes,
gonna
yes we
just
are.
go
Regular
over
Among Us.
what
So
makes
don't
this run
shout out
different
out
compared
if you're
to
the
just
imposter.
Starting up a fresh file and just going at it any percent.
So in New Game Plus, we start with a character who is partially leveled, not max leveled, because of the enemy scaling in the game. But that's a whole better story. But you know, we just start with some abilities leveled up, some weapons unlocked, and some armor. But that's it. Like there's actually a lot in the game we don't start with because the game does not transfer some certain upgrades to a New Game Plus file. So it's actually kind of similar. It's more similar to a New Game run compared to some other games where New Game Plus is just, you know, infinite rocket launcher and all that, you know? Yeah.
Now, I was actually going to ask you this question, but we do have some social media already, and I'll let social media take over for a couple minutes here, but we have from @Shawnee7188 asking, what's your favorite strat and tech in the run?
So most of the tech in the game is going to revolve around a glitch called the elevation glitch, or we just call it an elevator. And it's by far the most fun glitch in the game. It's basically we go around and strafe against walls and try and find places where the game will just shoot us up into the sky, where you know, we can just potentially find you out of bounds.
I've found
it's
Ryan,
actually a lot of
aka
fun,
Blue's
just
body,
goof
down
around
in
with that
Shields,
tech, and it's a
the
lot of
very
fun.
bottom right of the map.
Now, just to kind of pivot a little bit, because he did mention skips. We were actually talking about this.
I
before the interview
walked
started.
down-
The robot.
The Mass Effect 2 community apparently.
Where were you?
Go ahead.
Where are you
recently
running
found
from?
A lot of new skips. in
I
the
was
last
running
few
from
months. You wanna go into that a little
navigation.
bit?
Yeah,
Mhm.
so the more
You're the
and
only
more
person
we
I saw in the
level
area,
the
really.
more and more, like,
I think
we
earlier I
find
saw
there are
Chris
so many skips you
running
can do in
towards
the
there, but
game,
I have no way
and
of
it
knowing
helps that
if
the game doesn't have that
it was
many
actually
triggers
near
that
the
you need to
body.
hit.
So
Where
all
was
I
the
know
body?
is I was
just like skip straight to the end, you know?
body
What?
It makes the
is
game so
where is
much
it,
faster.
Anna?
In
And
Shields.
the fact that you can
So
make
all I
saves
know
wherever
is I was
you
running
break
from
certain,
storage.
parts of
Ryan
the
was
game as
behind me.
well, the
I
escapes and stuff.
went past
There's just so
communications
much
and
stuff
up
to keep
through
finding, new
shields,
ways to optimize
and then I
fights,
saw you,
boss
Anna,
fights,
around
do
navigation,
everything faster,
and then apparently
new
Ryan's dead
ways
behind
of
me.
doing old skips,
I don't know where he
faster,
stopped.
all that jazz, you know?
Yeah, not to put any
Okay.
additional pressure onto you, but you did mention
Where was
that because
everyone
of these
else?
skips, the estimate is actually a little more
I
generous than you would
did
probably
O2 and then I
submit
ran
now.
over to
So
Med Bay and
for
I was
folks
about
at
to
home,
start my
that's actually
scan
gonna
when the
give
body
Mike
was
a
called.
few opportunities to go for some really hard
I
skips that
went down
normally
to
won't be
storage
done in
and
a
to
marathon setting because
electrical,
we kinda
and
have
I
that
saw
window we
Dana
play with.
all in storage.
They're not. Yeah, They're pretty
Okay.
tough,
And then
but thanks to
I saw you in
fact that
electrical
make
too,
saves
then.
in most places,
You were
it's not
standing.
that bad.
Yeah,
So
you
we
were
can just like go
standing
ahead,
on the vent.
goof around and
That
try
doesn't
a
mean
more risky strat.
I
that
could have been
might
cleaning it.
more, like,
Yeah, I
Word
know.
scanning event?
save us time.
It might have just done download.
Going back to some social media.
Yeah, it was like
we
next
have
to a
from
task,
I'm
but-
Sniper Killer saying, "What's the hardest thing?"
Yeah, I don't know.
about
I'm gonna
this run?"
skip.
Hardest thing. There are some skips.
Ooh.
Voting
in
looks
the run
different.
that are pretty
I don't know if I like that.
you need to do them like perfectly, or else you will.
I liked
just
the
load
vote
a certain
stamp.
part of the game and just fall into the void. Which yeah, and that costs a lot of time. There are some fights that are pretty difficult. Some fights have become trivial because of another bug that we found that we'll get into when we do the run. But there are some fights still, especially towards the end, when the enemies get tougher due to like level scaling that I talked about. Where even though we're playing the game on the easiest difficulty, the game is a cover shooter, which means if you're not in cover, you take a lot of damage. Even on casual, you will take a lot of damage. Yeah. So because we don't want to take cover because that's slow and we want to be running around, that means we could potentially die at some parts. So yeah. There is, the middle point of the run I want to say is like probably the hardest part of the game.
Which, speaking of the middle point, you were mentioning earlier, that's kind of around the point in time where we figure out whether it's actually any percent or no one left behind. So, folks at home, if you want no one left behind, don't forget to go to gamesdonepquick.com and donate towards that incentive. Now, let's end this interview on a little bit of a lighter note here. I know that you mentioned that this was more in Mass Effect 1 than Mass Effect 2, but we have one last question from @DijonKetchup13. Every time I see your name, Dijon, it makes me laugh. But what is the most ridiculous thing you've seen the AI do during a run? And I'm going to edit that to during any of your Mass Effect runs.
So in Mass Effect 1, which I also run, it is possible in some boss fights, like the Venezia boss fight, where
Oop, wait,
the
I accidentally
AI can
unmuted.
become Terminators.
I
They're
killed.
normally useless, but sometimes
There
they're
we
like
go.
insane.
Sorry.
They just like
Okay, there we
wipe
go.
every single
Yep.
enemy in the room.
Okay, so I was
and
in
that
top of
includes Kaden,
electrical.
who we normally
I
bring. He
run
can
down,
sometimes
I
just
see Anna's
end up
body, and I see
killing the
Landon
boss
running
in
away
that
from
segment,
electrical.
Like, just instantly, like, at the
So
beginning of the
I
boss
was
fight.
on admin,
Still
and
insane
I
to me
thought
whenever it
maybe there's
happens,
someone
but
dead
yeah.
in electrical because I saw
That's
someone
normally
there
supposed
not
to be really
moving.
tough.
So I
That
run
was
over
me.
and I see
Well, thanks,
Robert
for taking
running
some
away
time
from
for
Anna's
this
body.
interview. That's Mike, everyone. I'm Keyzeron. Mike's going to be doing Mass Effect 2 really soon, but coming up next, we have Ghost Runner, and I'm going to throw it back up to Nerdy. So take care, everyone.
So I mean,
I think it's Robert.
I think it's clearly Landon, unless you saw the body, didn't report it for some reason, and then started running away.
No, I got there as soon as
Thank
you were running
so
away.
much, Keyzeron.
Well, so I don't know
And
why I
like
would have
Keith
killed
was
somebody
saying,
and then run
if
to the
you
top of
folks
electrical
wanna
and stayed
see
there,
that no
and
one
then
left
run right out
behind
the door.
incentive, let's
So
get it met
that would be
now.
a strange play. I probably would have vented out if I were the imposter, so
Want to miss
I don't know how I
this.
could have approached the body
Right
from
now
the
we
top
are
if it's
sitting
me.
at just
So I think
Well,
it's gotta be you.
4,500
Wait, where did you
left
say
to
it was?
go.
Because the body was at the
And
entrance of electrical,
that
and
is
you were
in
just
no
running
small
out.
part
No, I
So,
approached it from the
thanks
top.
to this donation
You were
Oh.
running out of electrical.
Klondike 7, who donated $1,000.
Hope this isn't one of those scenarios where neither of us killed and Chris got a sneaky kill somehow.
I mean, if it is, then fair play to that person. This was like right behind where I was.
But fortunately, think of it this way: Dana confirmed that I was in electrical that first round, so I wasn't near Ryan's body. But Anna said you were near Ryan's body,
Go GDQ.
or Ryan.
Absolutely. 100%.
But you could have
Aha.
run from storage, killed Ryan in wherever he was, and then run back to electrical to meet Dana.
So glad I didn't skip.
Ready, and I am now getting the word that we are ready to go with Bladen and his run of Ghost Runner. Take it away, Bladen.
Alright, what's up guys? My name is Bladen, and I present to you Ghost Runner. This game just came out recently, so this is the first showing of it at a GDQ, so I'm super excited to show it off to you guys. I'm the top runner for the 90% inbounds category, so you beat the game as fast as possible while staying inbounds. Though inbounds is kind of subjective, we'll talk about that later. But more importantly, I'm joined by my lovely couch today. If you guys would like to introduce yourselves.
Hi, my name is Blade Lamau. I also speedrun this game, and I moderate for the speedrun.com board for it.
Hello, I'm Brian Otto. I ran this game a ton back on release and way back in the demo days, and I also helped moderate it. Thanks for having me, Bladen.
Hi, I'm DragonTears0, and I am also one of the top runners in the game, and I also am a community speed race coordinator, so we host races, and it's really cool to be here.
Yeah, it's super. We are all super stoked to be here. Ghostrunner has undergone a ton of work since it came out last year, and Bladen is like seriously one of the best at this game. We're super excited to present it to you. Keep in mind that it's gonna get going really, really fast. This game moves at like a visceral pace, so just be ready for that. We're gonna do our best to break it down for you, but it's a super sick run. And in that note, Dragon is gonna give us a quick plot rundown too, just so we can get that filled in before we start.
Yeah, and just real quick before we get started on it all, the main lore of the game is it's basically a first-person cyberpunk ninja game set in a post-apocalyptic world where they have a tyrannical leader named Mara who wants to genetically enhance humans to survive the outside world, and the architect, our little buddy here, leads us to defeat her by climbing up this big tower they call Dharma, and we're trying to aim to protect the last bit of humanity. So that's the general gist.
Cool.
Yep. And one quick thing before we get into it, I want to get check on the sword choice instead of. So, which sword are we going to be getting this run?
Absolutely. Taking a look at
What?
that incentive, we are doing the Void Dragon Surugia.
Nice. Wise choice. My favorite. Alright, so let's get into it.
So there's going to be a short cutscene, and then time will start.
Do you think I'm trying to kill you?
Instantly, but Bladen will be going out of his way.
No, I know you're not one of the.
Later on,
It's either
so.
Landon or.
It's going to be an in-game pickup that we get.
No,
This is
I'm
the
trying to
infamous
stay with you because I'm
unskippable cutscene
done.
At the beginning of the game that everyone
Because
has watched
I
way
can't
too
get
many
murdered
times.
if it's Landon
This poor
or
sod
if
that
it's
just dies.
Robert.
Every single time.
So time is in 3.
Yeah, I'm done with my test. Are you?
1. All right, and so we're off. Welcome to Ghostrunner. This is a
No.
very
That was
fast
wrong.
That was stressful.
Good game.
game. So we're gonna have a lot of movement
Very
options
close,
at our
guys.
disposal pretty much right
I think the
The way I
cool
like to
cooldown
work
might be a
with
little
this
long.
game is I describe it as select in a 3D space in terms of how kind of our
Just
dash
because of
and
the
our
number of
movement
tasks.
So the dash is indicated.
Yeah, I
by
lowered the
the
tasks and I hired the kill cooldown
And we don't
because
have a
just that
double
there's
jump,
6
but
of
we
us.
do
I'll bump
have
it down
that
to
dash.
40 and
The
we'll
dash
see.
can go in really any
Yeah.
direction depending on where our camera is facing.
Yeah, because you wouldn't want it
So we use
to be too
extend,
short.
horizontally
Yeah,
distance
exactly.
when
I don't
we
want,
go.
you know,
Alternatively,
like
we
there
can
to
use
be
it kind of
tons
as a
of
double
killings
jump when
because
we
there's
go
just
through.
only 6 of
It's
us.
going to be very important to us staying
I'm surprised I
consistent
got away
because
with
this
all
is
of
a
those
one-hit
kills.
kill game. If we get hit once, we die.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was good.
Like I literally killed
game.
Ryan
You'll
and
probably
then
see that Bladen
ran
was
right
just
past
flinging
Anna
himself all over
and
the
was
place.
able to get out of it
Probably
somehow.
wondering how exactly that's
Jeez.
happening. So,
Yeah,
if you
thanks
saw
for
at the
that.
start, we also have a slide when we press crouch, and we have a dash on top of that.
First
So,
level,
if-
by the way.
Yeah, that's the end of the first level, by the way. On to the second level. So, if we dash and then hold crouch and slide and then jump, as you can see here, this is inbounds, by the way. We're able to preserve all of that momentum when we jump. So we dash, slide, jump. That is known as a DSJ, which is named for the order of the inputs there. So you dash, hold crouch to slide, and then jump. That was another one right there. We're halfway through the second level, by the way. Halfway through the second level. So that is your super short, or that is like the super condensed rundown on some of the most basic tech in the game. In this instance right here, we're getting introduced to the architect, who you just heard Dragon talking about at the start. He's the AI that's going to be guiding us, and we get introduced to the Cyber Void segments of the game.
In the Cyber Voids, you're actually stripped of the dash that we just got in the last level. So it's going to be all slide hopping and ledge boosting off of ledges that we can barely see. It's pretty rough, but Bladen's very, very good at it, and he has a lot of practice. So this is going to go by very fast.
Look at these ledges. They're all like super blocky. One of yours is pretty tough.
Oh. Yeah, we use Coyote time on these ledge boosts. It's a pretty gracious amount of time after. You've heard it said in lots of other runs already, so it's our only form of movement in here. We don't like Cyber Voids very much. We like to go fast, and dashing is fast.
Cyber Voids do offer us some more things in the game, like they give us some story, they introduce us to some cool gimmicks, and there's some cool puzzles as well. But this one is just, it'll give us a couple abilities that we'll be putting on a little bit later in the run.
Yeah, and so how ledge boosts work are when you are moving and you press crouch, you do get a slight slide boost. And normally when you're on the ground, that friction is going to slow you down there. However, if you do it when you go off a ledge, there's no friction to slow you down, and you
So where's
preserve
the
that
body?
momentum across the entire distance there.
This
And
body's
you
in
use
oxygen.
Super late jumps with Coyote Time to cross some ridiculous gaps that you just saw.
And it's...
Now you're also probably heard Bladen
Wait,
tapping on
which
his
body
SP
is it?
right there. That is a tag.
This is Landon. So Landon was killed first in oxygen. I saw it when I was on cams. When I checked cams, Ryan, you were coming from medical down to the reactor.
And that'll allow him to
So
get a lot more
you were coming from roughly that direction, but it was pretty far away.
No, I was in admin with Chris, and then when I was heading, I had something to do over in, I think it was electrical, maybe? I don't know. I was gonna go back in that direction to see if you had killed Dana in there, but the door was closed, so I went up through cafeteria to med bay, and then went out through that side of the map.
The longer we're in the air, the more speed we build up.
And Chris, where did you go after admin?
I went down to electrical where the
This
lights
tech that we're using
were
here is
called,
called
and then I
fast
fixed them
grappling.
with
As you
Anna.
can see, these blue grapple hooks. There's a little bit of an animation.
Where did
He,
Anna come
takes
from?
out his hand,
She was
throws a
already in
rope to
electrical.
It, grabs it, and pulls himself toward it. If you actually
Anna,
slash
where were
the
you
second
before
you
electrical?
Click the grapple button, it actually cancels that whole animation and zips you right to
Engine?
it. And
Med
zips
bay,
you a little
left
bit
side of the
momentum
map.
Afterwards as well.
I went down the left side of the map and then to electrical, and then admin.
Every fast grapple he does saves around like
When was the last time you saw Dana, Robert?
the time save that builds up.
Probably
Dana
in
or
electrical.
Robert? Yeah, I passed by Robert in electrical, I think.
Yeah, this level's called the
Yeah, so
Climb. It
I'm
has
pretty
a
sure I
lot of
left Dana
verticality
in
to it,
electrical,
especially for
and I
one
passed
segment
by
you'll see
Anna.
later on.
Yeah,
Until
that
then,
sounds right.
though, we have to deal with what are known in certain areas. We have to deal with what are known as kill rooms, which means that we have to eliminate all the enemies in the room to advance. In some areas, like these levels right here, you're kind of or these rooms right here, you're allowed to just kind of fly through, depending on how the devs designed it.
Oh.
I think this is why this level is.
Why did I
called
skip?
really like this route.
Nice, no TP.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah, and so this segment coming up here is one of the hardest kill rooms in the early game. Primarily because our resources are still pretty limited, though that is about to change. And if he gets hit once, he goes back about like 10 seconds, so it can be pretty punishing. That was really sick, though.
Yeah. We saw him AGD, by the way. Do we want to explain AGD a little bit?
I think we can get to that in a sec. Let's talk about this first Cyber Void, or this Cyber Void real quick. So, this is the first Cyber Void that kind of introduces these little puzzles we have to solve. None of them are really, well, some of them are actually kind of hard, now that I think about it, but most importantly, this Cyber Void ends up giving us the Blink ability. And so Blink works about how you might expect it to with the catch. So we're going to press the ability, and then once enemies are in our sight, we're going to instantly slash through, and they all die.
The record show I voted for you, Chris.
I should have. I wanted to vote for Chris. I should have voted for Chris.
I should have talked more. Ryan, I thought that it definitely wasn't you, because you were at the first lights.
Yeah,
and you were in electrical when lights was called, and you fixed it faster than me, and I was almost there. So I definitely didn't think it was you, but should have said something.
How was the kill cooldown, Chris? Was that a good amount of time? Or did you feel like you were really quick with it?
I think the kill cooldown was fine. Like, the reason I won is because Ryan got voted off.
Yeah, okay.
I had, like, that was
which is a double
kill
dash,
cooldown
as you can see
independent.
indicated by the crosshair. There's
Okay.
no
What if it were 5
there.
seconds longer?
And also a reflectability
Probably
that will
doesn't
be a lot more
change
the
much
next
for me
level,
there.
because as you saw just then, we passed all of those guards. We didn't need to deal with them at all because all these little garbage chutes were already open for us.
Yeah. And yeah, I guess you mentioned AGGs earlier. AGGs are a pretty big thing here. That might be a good time to talk to do kind of like a short stroll to get to the end of the level here.
I think you don't want to see this first.
What?
Whoa, I haven't seen this! Fall.
Whoa! Whoa! Bro! Holy cow!
That is the power of S-tapping.
The full
Whoa,
potential.
that's a strat I have not seen.
So we call that the trust fall because, or also the thick chunk is another name that we used to call it, but we call it the trust fall because you spend so much time in the air looking backward to do the S tapping, so you can only turn around at the last second. That's so like
cool,
grapple. Yeah. Really
So this
sick.
level,
I love it.
This level introduces us to these SMG wielding soldiers that we're going to be able to, with our ability we just got in the last level, reflect their bullets into other enemies that are like across the room and stuff to really finish out these kill rooms fast. Coming up here, it's really cool. We don't use the reflect a ton, but in these early levels it is crucial. Super nice.
Several crucial seconds.
Super nice.
That was so good.
Where's the body?
Are like not super hard.
The body's in shields.
Well, you can get an upgrade that makes
Were you in
it easier, but
communication?
until then, you really have to aim them.
I did go through communications, yeah.
It's very
Like
easy
not
to
through,
mess
but
up,
I
very easy
went
to
into it on my way there to look for a body.
These lasers
Okay.
here
Because I saw Anna running suspiciously away from the shields area.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just walk
Really?
on them 'cause
Wait,
they don't exist.
shields? I
Some
was.
lava, apparently.
Yeah.
I did pass by there, but I didn't see the report button go on for me. Was it like really tucked in the corner or something?
It was really tucked in the corner.
Yeah, I might have just missed it.
Anytime, like right there. That blatant finishes.
Now, on one hand, that does sound like something a killer would say. But on the other hand, I saw the body. Wait a minute. So I saw the body, but the report button didn't come up until I was like at the very bottom of shields. But I definitely still saw the body with my normal human vision.
My normal human vision.
So I still suspect Anna.
This is the part where we find
I
out
mean, this
Anna's
is exactly where Robot killed the body in the last game.
And then I coincidentally passed
Could be
by
a
you again.
self-report.
Ryan and Dana, were you,
we can't let history repeat itself. We have to vote.
Yeah, I have to vote Anna. It's got to be
No,
the
you have
person
to vote
running away
Ryan
from the
out.
body.
Or Robot.
It's always the person running away from the body. I voted Anna.
I probably just had like my menu up because I don't know where things are without looking at the map. I don't know.
That is a fair defense.
By the way, remember how I said lasers don't exist? Yeah.
That's so sick. Plus the deflect, get the other one. Yeah, dude. Oh my god.
If it's not Anna, it's Ryan.
Yeah. So Blink.
Also, where was everyone? No, we don't have.
Where they can, Blink in particular can send you through
Well,
walls of other.
Oh yeah, where was everyone else?
No, we can't talk.
Great time to ask that question.
Shield or would take multiple hits to kill, like a parry for whatever reason. Which again we'll get to.
Snap. Anna and Dana are still muted.
And so here's that. I did mention that we don't always need the slow mo to come up with a fan, or to pass through a fan. The day this skip was found was a very good day because right there you could just sneak through the hitbox.
There we go.
There's a gap in it right there.
There's so many corridors in this map.
Just kind of sneak through.
We're also introduced to these.
It's very
punching
easy to get
enemies
caught
that
running
will
away
punch you
from
if you're too
something.
close and jump to you to punch you if you're too
Yeah, I
far.
think you need to
And
like,
sometimes it's a little bit
especially because there's a lot of like dead ends too. So I feel like you need to utilize some vents or have an escape plan.
Yeah.
The deflect across the room.
Vents. Do the vents. Especially as we are cleaning them.
The jumpers by the little kind of
Yes.
mohawks that they have. You have to look closely, but yeah.
We also kind of call them Doomfist. We got a little bit of like gauntlet going on. Thanos type deal.
Yeah.
Doomfist, Thanos, one of the things.
This
They
one's got a
punch,
really
they
nice
don't snap.
deflect.
Yeah.
This room is a pain. Always has been.
Nice.
Nice dude. Yeah, and now we're approaching the next Cyber Void segment. This Cyber Void is not going to be one that is going to allow us to gain any new like abilities instantly, but we will get some new some new what would you not abilities,
upgrades,
but
I guess.
Upgrades.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
it's like
The word has
upgrades
escaped me. I appreciate that.
There's a whole voltage meter thing. It's a big deal to go into, but it's mostly lore and uplink modules.
Anna is dead on the med scan.
Cyber Void's gonna be fun. They're a nice
Unfortunately.
break for this super fast-paced run, honestly.
Yeah.
Was the med scan defective?
No, it actually was 100% accurate because I looked at the scanner and it did say she was dead.
To go a little bit to last a little bit longer, and that's going to be really important because we're going to be using.
So you're saying you had time to look at the scanner?
I stood on her body and looked at it. Yep. Where was everyone?
For this entire run.
Starting with
Weapons.
Dana.
Oh.
I was in admin with you, Landon, and then
It's tight.
to head towards electrical.
Not to mention it's just super clean when you get it.
I was
Hey,
over
Ryan.
in I was over in electrical trying to fix the lights when this got called.
Oh, what do you miss the AGV?
Nice save.
That second fan was the one.
What did you say, me?
You have to
where were you?
So I was in weapons. Chris can confirm he ran by me as I was doing asteroids, and then when lights were called, I started doing download. And I swear to God, Landon, if my download did not finish because you called this
Why
meeting.
use bridge when you can jump far?
Well, let me help you not worry about that. I think I know who the killer is because I jumped on admin and I saw 2 people in weapons, and Dana was with me in admin. So...
and it saves a couple seconds on every single elevator ride. So you'll see that.
Is it just me or did Landon cut out?
Oh,
No,
sorry.
he just trailed off menacingly.
I did trail off.
They have a little animation to bring up their red shield. You can slash them.
We might as well skip.
And it'll still kill them right through their shield. And it's really nice.
I voted Ryan.
It's a really cool skip.
Wait, you think you know it is and what's the thing?
Fine, well, fine, I'll vote Ryan too.
Fine, I'm voting Landon because why not?
And change what they're doing. Right here,
Sorry,
these
Ryan.
wheels, they can slow them down,
Sorry.
speed them up. Here's another one.
Right now, Strat right here.
Very nice.
I deserved it.
Close. Nice
I
recovery.
killed it.
Yeah, this is a
How could you?
Really, Anna? Really?
We're not gonna see it too much after this.
After what you did to me
It also
last
gives us
game?
the Shuriken uplink, which gives us a range.
I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
One of the only range abilities that we'll have, I think, really at all in the run.
It's nothing personal, Crush.
I mean, there are others, but we don't talk
I
about
believe
them.
you're supposed to say nothing personal, kid. Because you did
There's
kill
a
me
lot
from
of things
behind.
that just don't exist in this room. It would
Teleports
seem.
behind you.
Oh, that's a good thing to mention. The there's these little like blue shields that some enemies have. Just about every single ability can go through those blue shields. Usually you have to like take out a little shield battery somewhere else to get the shields off of them, but your abilities go right through them sometimes, or all the time. Sorry.
Yeah. And so here's a pretty cool usage of the Shuriken right here. We're gonna use it as we go right here to throw in these 2 enemies right there, which is gonna give us more focus. The focus meter is indicated in the bottom left corner. That's gonna that basically tells us when we can use abilities, and we get more focus by killing enemies. So you can see we built it up with those Shuriken shots and killing those enemies to use the blink at the very end. It's really, really nice.
We're actually coming up on the Cyber Void here, and it's pretty much just a couple more hacks till we get there.
Yeah, this Cyber Void is pretty challenging on your first playthrough, but once you know what to do, it's a cakewalk. So I think we have some time for
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was gonna say the first part of it is pretty chill. So if y'all are done talking for a bit, yeah, we can definitely take like 2 or 3 donations here.
Fantastic. Professor Shinobi donates $25. A haiku. As a shinobi, a sword is not your best tool. Not getting shot is. Donation goes to support Mass Effect 2 so everyone lives, unlike my attempts to play Ghost Runner. Make us ninjas proud, Bladen. Pipsy donates $10. Shoutouts to
Landon, not this again. I'm on the last Simon Says.
So happy to be a part of this wholesome community.
Anna's
Love
dead in
you
shields.
all. Good luck for the rest of the run.
Bum bum bum. I think she got killed when reactor got called, so I was running back to see if anyone was dead.
Yeah.
We're good for 1.
Anna was dead.
Well,
Landon, what was the first task you did?
This is my favorite marathon on the
Trash
Citadel.
with you.
This goes to the No One Left
Aha!
incentive.
I
Should
remember.
go. And
We
that
were the
is
3 people
courtesy
who
of
ran out
Pixel Bear, who donated
after reactor got fixed.
$250. And
It
just
was
for a real
me,
quick check-in,
Robert,
we've
and
got
Landon.
just over 2K left to go.
Ryan,
We can
where were
do
you?
this.
Nice. Get it. Let's get it.
Okay.
I was heading over to reactor. I was over on the I was over by weapons at the time, and I was heading over to reactor when it finally got fixed.
To get to that elevator before it's going up and being able to manage
Where were you
that,
before
he'll
weapons?
play very nicely, and if he's going fast enough, he'll be able
Cafeteria.
to hit the second part of this perfect cycle. And he's
Doing the
killing it
download.
Right, let's go, dude. Oh,
Nice.
no, dude, that's so sick. That is so
Perfect cycle.
That is literally like one of the hardest
Before
things to
weapons.
do in the whole game. To hit the
I
cycles
agree.
like that.
Since I knew it's not me
Yeah.
by process
And it's gone, period.
of elimination, I
Yeah.
suspect
Very,
Ryan,
very well done.
but
I mean, the body might not have been killed while reactor was getting called.
That's
So,
fair. That's
It's
true.
not me, it's not Dana, it's not Anna.
So it's Landon.
No,
Could
no,
have been
no.
Landon,
Process
like
of
right
elimination.
before
We
it
are
could
going to
be
meet some other robotic enemies first, known as
self-report.
walkers.
Landon, where does the vent in admin connect to?
It connects to cafeteria and that hallway navigation. But I had the vent cleaning task.
You were standing right on
You
that
go
vent.
in it.
They're a pain.
I didn't have to go in it, I just poked my head in and touched the trash.
If you caught the run at the Ghost Runner run at ESA, earlier this year, you will recognize this strat coming up. This is a strat that was found by one of our longtime runners, Trey, who actually did the ESA run. Nice. Oh yeah, so we should talk about Tempest. Right. So we got an ability that lets us deflect stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Tempest. Tempest, that exists, by the way.
Yeah, we got a little distracted.
There's just so much going on so fast.
Yeah.
But this boss actually is Tom. This is our first major boss of the game. We actually have a really, really intricate way to get up and get around all these lasers. And you have to kill these little cords up at the top. There's actually 3 phases. And yeah, we just kind of skip. And we actually hit the second hitbox first, thus skipping the entire second phase and teleporting us straight to the 3rd phase. So yeah.
Yeah,
that's intricate. I mean, it's quick.
There was something very bad that could happen there, but it did not happen.
Yeah, you could get soft locked. If you do the skip, you also skip. There's supposed to be loads of lasers right here, and all these things you have to dodge. Doing that skip to skip the first phase or the second phase, it completely gets rid of the lasers, so you can get right up to Tom, break those batteries, and move on to the next level.
Very nice Tom skip. That was found. This was like a day 1 or 2 skip that was found by one of our Chinese speedrunners in the community. So very, very cool.
Fun fact, by the way.
Yeah.
Fun fact: you can actually Tom is the only boss you can kill multiple times.
It is true. You can kill Tom multiple times.
So mean.
Hey, listen, he's got lasers. That's mean.
Yeah. So just to backtrack just a little bit as well. We did pick up another ability known as Tempest. You saw Bladen use it when he was deflecting, so it can deflect bullets, but also it kind of acts as a shotgun blast from the hand.
So where was the body found?
So the body's in security. He was on the cams.
Is we're gonna add a modification that extends the range, and if we get a multi-kill, it gives us our ability back. So we jump all the way across, kill the enemies at the end there, and are able to.
Judging by this killer killing Anna first.
So this multi-kill refund
I think
upgrade
it's
that we just
Orion.
put on Tempest is arguably
Judging by killing Anna
in the game. Anytime we kill more than one enemy with Tempest,
I'm just so I passed by Dana and Chris a lot in that round, so I don't think they would have had time to kill.
So, assuming this body got killed, assuming Robert got killed when the lights were called, you saw me coming over to fix lights when you guys were coming out of electrical. I was coming over from storage on the right side of the map. Then
yes, I did
went
kind of
back,
see that.
and then at the very end, I saw Chris over by navigation.
And we are introduced to the samurais.
That is correct.
You have to
I've
wait for
been
them to
on
come
the
attack
right
you,
side the
then
entire
parry,
time.
and then kill them. There are some other ways to get them. Oh yeah, all the corpses actually have collision. When you kill something, it actually has a chance to fly over to another guard and kill it. But in this case, we were able to use it to boost ourselves up and almost use their corpse on the ground as like a little ramp to get us into the next
what do you
spot.
guys all think?
Not always
interesting.
helpful.
Yeah, sometimes it doesn't work. It's 50-50.
More or less.
Opportunity, I'm leaning towards Ryan.
It's cool looking. It's cool looking.
How many tasks do people have left?
If you've been playing
I might just have one or two.
You've probably noticed that sometimes Bladen is doing DSJs or dash slide jumps when he's going off a ledge. This is known as a super DSJ, so it combines the speed boost that you get from a ledge boost along with a DSJ, and it allows you to...
Alright, well she's still muted. Anna, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It was almost the perfect spot and shields at the bottom there. It was the wrong
Everybody gets
wrong
kills
time.
and shields.
I forgive you, Ryan.
Don't worry about it.
I'm sorry.
Right there has just skipped like half of this entire level. So many kill rooms. It introduces you to these.
Is shields the new electrical?
He's gone.
I guess so. I didn't think it was this dangerous, but we already had 3 deaths in shields.
Electrical is always electrical. It was, you know, she was right down in the very bottom where you're doing that fix shields task. And I thought, all right, if I kill her right there, then that's a fairly concealed spot.
No, I know what Robert was talking about. I had to run down to that spot to report the body, even though I did see it with my human eyes beforehand.
505 Games, the developer of Ghost Runner, donates
Not your Goatman eyes,
$505, saying,
No, those can see many different colors, most unknown to humans.
Thank you for being an incredible member of the Ghost Runner community. We are looking forward to seeing your skills during the Wave Mode Beta.
That's awesome.
Sick. Yeah,
Yeah,
Wave Mode's coming
505
out
actually,
soon.
they published it, but yeah, still, thank you very much, 505. That's very cool.
Super awesome.
This level we're
this is
introduced.
an interesting level, yeah.
Oh yeah, we're introduced to our next boss. We're chasing her right now. I said earlier, you don't always have to deflect the samurai guys. We actually just drove that drone into the samurai to kill him, so we don't have to go through the whole parry thing.
Yeah, this level's called Faster, by the way, and it's also the only level with is basically an auto-scroller, so that's fun.
It forces you to slide. It's so slow. It's just,
Yeah, there's some
It's
weird
pain.
weird things. If you actually are pressing a different direction than W when you land on one of these ramps right here, even if you let go of that direction, if you dash, it'll dash to the side. So we just kind of have to go through that smoothly and nothing too cool. But here we're onto the train. There's a really cool skip coming up. We're actually not gonna touch the little cargo on the right side. We're gonna stay on this zip line and go off of that spot right here.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, that's close.
Cool.
Very close,
There's
very
supposed
close.
to be some signs coming at you there. We'll see them next, right up here. But it actually skips the signs for the first part and lets us jump over a little section. And it's faster to just not skip the signs for the second part, and that's faster. Very fast level.
Definitely a small mirror's edge there, gotta be.
By the way, that boss we were running at, yeah, she's right here. She's basically a Ghost Runner clone. She's a little bit weird looking, kind of smells a little funky. We don't really like her that much, so we're just gonna kind of, you know, as soon as she comes at us, we're gonna turn around and kind of run away.
We're just gonna leave.
Yeah, we don't like her. She's kind of weird.
Goodbye.
This skip is the epitome of like really any speedrun skip. Like, what if you just literally saw a boss and turned around and ran away? That's it.
So
At least we put Tom out of his misery. We just kind of leave her.
Yeah.
The door is unlocked and everything.
Yeah, that also skips a Cyber Void. That is supposed to give us our third ability called Surge. It's a ranged ability. We completely skipped that because doing the boss skip actually just unlocks the next level. So we can back out to menu, load up the next level because it's already unlocked.
Yeah, we did start from new game, which means that all the levels would have been locked to us. So once we reach that point, the game considers the next level unlocked, and we're able to do that. So it's not just going into mission select and selecting the next one. This level right here is called the Forbidden Zone. This is my favorite level in the whole game. It has so many difficult tricks and skips to it, and it's really, really flashy. It introduces these turret enemies, which, as you can see, will lock onto you and kill you in a split second. However, you can do some pretty cool things to try and kind of break their LOS, which we'll see, or line of sight, which we'll see.
Anna is dead in shields.
But yeah, this level has
And Ryan, I don't know where he's dead.
I think it might be Medbay, because I was just about to go there
I think
to look
this
for
level
his
has
body.
the most like.
Because there was
technical
someone in Medbay
amount
and I
of
haven't moved in a
skips
while.
it.
Here's the LOS break right there. So we pull the turret aggro off the door, and we're able to get through that way. And then this skip right here, this was found by, this was originally found by Bloodshot way back in the day, is probably also one of my favorite skips. We're gonna do a super
Did see the vent flip open. I was in the admin room and I saw the hallway navigation vent open up. So I checked down my shields. I assume they vented from there. Dana and Robert, were you guys near each other a lot?
Purple sword, glowy. I love it.
Kind of.
It's great. I'm actually named after it in the Discord.
I ran around with my map up.
Good stuff, by the way.
Say, Dana, when the lights were called that first time, I saw you in storage and you ran away from lights for a minute. Why were you running away from lights?
Fantastic.
Dana doesn't help fix things.
Anonymous donates
I see.
The reactor did get a little scary.
I was wondering what the fuck was taking everyone so long.
I definitely
Like, there was 9 seconds left, and I'm like, where the fuck is everyone? So I hopped off, and then Landon came in, and I was like, oh, goody. And then everyone else came charging in behind him.
happy to be watching
We like to keep it
for the
dramatic.
4th year in a row with my husband.
Yeah, I don't know. Was everyone present for the reactor? Like, was Ryan there too?
Don't remember.
I have no idea. All I know is Landon was the first one in, and then everyone else was following up behind. I was like, oh, if Landon's dead, he can just kill me, and then, like, we're screwed.
There's another
Super
fan
fan
skip,
skip again.
Yep, and this skip
Trigger.
is really weird. We're gonna manipulate the trigger for this door right here so it stays down when we go through. I don't know why that works like that, but if you do that little wiggle, that door stays open, where otherwise it would be closed, and it saves like it saves quite a bit of time. This level right here, Rain in Hell, is kind of the beginning of the final act of the game. It introduces these enemies that the little crawlers there that are literally voiced by one of the developers' pugs, which is excellent. So you heard Dragon talk about Mara at the start of the game. This is kind of her vision for humanity, are these little crawlers right here. She wants to turn everybody into these so they can leave this giant super tower and go back outside. So obviously that's a little bit not good. So we're trying to stop her from doing that. Yep.
It's a little weird.
Casually, they were a huge pain in the speedrun. We don't even really give them a second thought because we can avoid them pretty consistently.
Yeah. There's some cool things you can do. Like if you sometimes if you land on that railing right there, those two that come out will just kind of explode. This Cyber Void, by the way, one of the hardest Cyber Voids because you're literally landing on pixels on railings. But when you get it right, it's so smooth and it's so nice. It is one of my favorites.
He's making it look way too easy right now.
Way
These take loads of practice to land and get a nice ledge boost off them. Definitely, this is where runs go to die.
Hopping.
It's one thing just to land on top of them and get the ledge boost. It's another thing to like seamlessly incorporate it into your movement and do the flippin' slide, the slide boost onto them. That is like, that requires so much precision to hit that consistently, especially in a setting like this. It is honestly impressive.
A little bit of rock climbing.
There we go. Nice.
Chris, my goal was to not get killed by you on the right side of the ship, but I had 2 tasks there, so I was like, let me do them quick.
Yeah, this is the
I did not suspect you at all.
room right here.
Dana knew the whole time because she screen cheated.
Nice delayed.
It was an accident. I was just saying because he got up and then it caught my eye. It doesn't happen that often.
It's Overlord. It's also where we kind of find out that the architect
This is like some
Adam, if you haven't been able
Mario
to
Kart N64
his
90s
morals
shit.
are, he's a bad guy. He's not cool. He's
My brothers and I, we'd play with Call of Duty with my dad, and we'd do 2-on-2, and the screen peeking would get so rampant that we actually got like a coat rack and tied a string and a sheet to it, and so the sheet would block out half of the screen, so we'd be on 2 separate sides of the TV.
some other lore
And it really helped stop the screen cheating noticeably. It was crazy.
Really? Because what my cousins did for GoldenEye is they just said, it sucks to suck, it's just part of the game. And then they would continue.
Oh, that stinks.
When the thing comes on in the beginning that tells, I noticed, so if I close one eye, it is because I always sit in the same spot, I know that it blocks enough of even like the glare that I can't tell if it's red or blue. Does that make sense? I didn't explain that very well. The point is that I figured out that I only have to close one eye and then I cannot tell what he is.
All the times you don't close one eye, you might be able to tell.
You really gotta know yourself.
Well, that's assuming I'm even like
get those guys killed.
looking in that.
It's one of the main
True.
RNG rooms.
I can't see it. It's only in my peripheral vision.
Yeah.
I have to be paying attention. You think I can pay attention to his screen and mine when I can't even notice people who are on my screen? Who run by me?
Abilities like the slow-mo, the shurikens, and it's all in one level. And this is a
Chris
really
was getting dinner out. That's why we were distracted.
Really
I'm
good.
also
Gotcha.
done for the night.
Okay.
Yeah, got a little bit to go after this level's done.
I'm down for one more.
This is really the last, I would say,
Folks are down.
whole level in the game. That isn't
Sure, I can do that.
a boss fight or something like that.
Do we want to do hide and
Yeah,
seek
this
or normal
shuriken right
Among
here,
Us?
super important to pick up, even though we're not going to use it really at all. If you
I don't
don't
know.
pick up the shuriken,
But,
for some reason, all the other shurikens in the level
Yeah,
last
either.
like